Hey everybody, we're just doing a time slot test. This is just a total test broadcast. This is not real. This is not official. This is not a show. We are not doing a show. This is a time slot test. I know people might not know what a time slot test is. Chad said that he doesn't have a lot of listeners because the time slot is new. And I just want to see if it's the time slot. So I'm concerned that time slots might not be right. Because Chad's saying that he only has 190 people watching.
And Ray's driving across country for 50.
Because the time slot. So I just want to make sure. I just want to see if it's the time slot. I'm not even going to post this anywhere or announce that I'm doing a show. I just want to see if that's true. If the reason Chad doesn't have more than 200 watchers is because of the time slot. You know. Because I guess it's a time slot issue. It's a big time slot problem. He's like, yeah, I know I only have 160 watching, but it's a new time slot. Mazer and I used to have 400 a couple weeks ago. He said Mazer and I were getting a lot of traction and we had 400 viewers. It's like you and Mazer ain't never had 400 viewers. You and Mazer ain't never had 400 viewers. It's the time slot. And by the way, I'm watching his numbers drop as I go live.
I'll pretend like
time
that's
slot.
Repeating over and
time
over
slot.
and over again. I will pretend that's talent. Ray.
It's a time slot. It's a big problem. People don't watch me because they don't know I'm on. I know I tweeted a lot. And of course I am live, but it's a time slot. And that's the reason I'll die with. The reason I don't have anyone watching me is because of the time slot. Why can't you people see? It's just a time slot. I'm not used to being on at this time, so people don't know to come.
Right now.
They don't come support me because it's a new time slot.
I'll let you know. Our currency's better.
It's a new time slot for Chad.
Currency.
I just want to see if it's a time slot.
Leg. Pogue.
This is just a quick check to see if it's a time slot. I'll be gone in a minute. This is not a show. You can get out of here. You don't have to stick around. I just want to see if it's a time slot.
Again, if you're just joining me, I tested COVID positive, guys. So I'm dying.
Probably
don't have much longer.
And my internet's been shit all morning, in and out, so if I drop...
$99, Melton is sniping you. Look out. Oh, no.
And it's a time slot. That's the main problem. I don't have anyone watching because of the time slot. I usually go on at 2, but sometimes at 1 and sometimes at 11:30, sometimes at 2:30, but also sometimes at 4. People just aren't used to my new time slot. It's like, what's Chad's time slot normally? There's no normal. Chad doesn't have a normal time slot.
More Melton breathing sounds. Anyway, so that's going to be the schedule for
Let's
now.
get the
so
schedule.
We'll figure things out.
This whole show, by the way, if you haven't watched Chad's stream today, his whole thing was like, if you have any ideas for what I should do on a podcast, email him in. I've been thinking I need new ideas, but also he has 2 more shows today, one at 2 and one at 5. So he doesn't have any idea what to do in a podcast, but he does have 2 more podcasts today. So look out for that.
Watching it because of this guy.
It's a time slot.
If you watch me because of him.
It's a time slot.
Him.
He's got to go now. How much you want to bet he's gone within 10 minutes now? I'll put money on it. I bet he signs off within 10 minutes. I wasn't going to do that long anyway. I got to go.
You're about Tom Brady.
How much you want to bet he's off within 10 minutes? Like Melton sniping me? All right. Well, anyway, this wasn't a show.
So, and you're like, it's whatever, man.
His glasses are clear today. Look at that. You can actually see through them today.
We're doing it for fun. It's a palate cleanser. It's a good way to get away from all this bull.
It's a time slot. It's
Go
a
Browns,
time slot
the season's
issue.
over.
I
So,
don't have
5
anyone
o'clock today,
watching
we will be
because
back with the
it's a
football
new
program.
time slot.
And again, I always forget to plug iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, where you can get the podcast for free.
Time
I'll
slot.
sign up to Patreon, patreon.com/
Onion, did you have lunch? I actually just ate breakfast. I got up a little late today. I had to drain my swim spa, and I got to go out there and fill it again. I'll tell you tomorrow. It's too
What's
much.
going on with the show? Where's it going to go? What's going to happen? We're going to figure it out. Plans
We're
are in
going to
place.
figure it out. Plans are in place. We're trying to find ideas. If you know anything, email it. He doesn't even know what his show is. What's the format going to be? We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out.
With Earl Skankle. Thank you
Skankle.
so much for watching.
Oh, he is going.
Great day. Let's count the troops and bring home the vote.
He's got to go. He can't. Melton sniping. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Holy shit. Holy shit. So yeah, anyway, if you're watching this, hi everybody. This is I just, I don't want to argue about numbers and stuff. Chad's bigger than me. Chad's better than me, of course. There's no arguing about it. But he said that the reason he had less than 200 people watching is because people don't know about his new time slot. So I just want to see if that's the real problem. Is it a time slot issue? Because everybody knows Chad's normal time. Everybody, well, let's all say it together. Chad's normal time to go live with his show is... Oh, wait, nobody knows. There's no normal time slot. Chad acts like he's like, people are used to me being on at 2. People are used to me being on at 4. It's like, you don't have a time slot. You don't have any regularity to what you do. So blaming it on the time slot is so insane. Yeah, the reason nobody's watching right now is because the time slot. People aren't used to looking for me at this time. It's like people click the notification bell. People hit the like button. They get notified when you go live. So within 20 minutes of you going live, you'll probably have pulled who you're going to pull, So I just wanted to go live in the middle of the day at a time I never go live to see if it's a time slot issue. Petty Patty, we love it. I was just bored. And I wanted to see if it's really the time slot is the problem. Colt C, that's got to be a fake Colt C because he said, "Why weren't you on this morning?" And if you're a real Colt C and you're really asking that question, I can't even help you. Imagine. Anyway, so that it has to be a fake Colt C because it's the dumbest question I've ever seen. For a comic, Chad has zero sense of humor. Guys, we're not here to insult Chad. Chad is clearly better than all of us. Lance says, nice, you're going to leave Sketty alone and Sketty 2's baby back to the street. Going live again to drag Sketty 2's body back to the street corner. No. Come on. Imagine believing anything Chad said about that. Chad's like, he couldn't just let us have a friendship. It's like, Chad, no one takes you seriously in any way. Anyway, I just want to see if it's a time slot issue, if that's the real problem, is that it's a time slot, and that's the reason we can't get any traction over here at the Melton Network. Fucking time slot. Did you see the to-do list, Melton? You should be afraid. What's the to-do list? Oh, yeah. In our Discord, which is an evil place, discord.gg/NLO, people I got sent a picture of Chad's living room or dying room, depending on how you look at it. And And people have been clowning on Chad's living room all day. So if you look at that living room and then use that as your inspiration for Friday's art contest when we try to imagine what Chad's studio is going to look like, because that's the official art contest assignment for Friday. Go ahead and get started on it. What is Chad's new studio going to look like? So that's the assignment. If you want some clues to how Chad decorates and what Chad's living quarters look like, we have a full photo of Chad's living room and kitchen counter on our Discord. And it is everything you'd think. No furniture, stuff on the floor along the wall. It's like cool. So again, this is just a time slot test. I need to make sure that that's the real reason that nobody tunes in at noon or 11:30 or 11. Chad's like, people aren't used to me at this time slot. It's like people aren't used to it any time slot. What, Chad? When have you ever had any regularity to what you do? He did this thing. We'll get this show. I guess I'll have to join his Patreon. And it might be the thing is, Chad has so few Patreon members. He can go through them and be like, who's fake? You know, he can lay out 52 cards on the table and go, that's a fake name. So I've got to join with like a very, very secretive name or something to get Chad shows. But we'll pull it. I just wanted to say again, I don't know how long I'll be here, just a few minutes. I just wanted to see if it's a time slot issue. I'm not here to argue anything Chad said on his show. I mean, look, he's right. He is right about all of it. You can't argue with the Mud Shark. He knows the business. He knows what's going on. He's plugged in. He's definitely knows how to grow an audience and stuff. Hello.
Stop lying.
Stop lying. Stop lying. Chad, I'll take your call. If you want to call in right now and talk about time slots, we'll let you on the show today only. Today only, 323-825-4990. I love Lance makes stuff up. Lance goes over there with some of the most salacious fictional stuff, like the PPP loan stuff or I don't even know what the one he said today was. And then Chad goes, yeah, I heard that too. It's like Lance just made that up. Lance is one of our most creative chat members, and he just literally pulled that out of his ass, and Chad goes, I heard that too. Did you? Did you, Chad? Did you hear it too? Hold on. I like your apartment I saw on Reddit. Who are you talking to? Me or Chad? Nobody even knows where my apartment is. Hold on. Is Shuli live? I'm not trying to go up against Shuli. I wasn't even trying to go up against Chad. I just have to go. I had to go live while he was live to see if it was a time slot issue. So I'm going to go. I'm going to be on maybe 30 minutes just to like establish a baseline viewership number. And then I think we've been on for 14. We've been live for 14 minutes. So 20, 30 minutes, you'll have your number about where you're going to be. And then we'll know whether it's the time slot or not. Lance also just trashed you on Chad's show, said you did Sketty like you did Dirty Dalish, used her up and threw her away. I mean, look, I'd love to post Sketty's emails to me, but I'm not Chad, so I don't just do that. But I've received an email from Sketty no less than 30 minutes ago laughing her ass off at Chad. That's all I'll say. So you can believe anything Chad says about who used who or what's going on, but I have an email in my inbox less than 30 minutes old that I'll here just to give you an idea of like how much everyone's laughing at Chad. This is how many laughing emoji faces I just got in an email from Sketty Tutron. She told me to keep the email private, so I am. So I am. I want to post screenshots of certain things she said, but I won't. This is how many laughing face emojis at Chad Sketty Tooth John just typed me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 laughing face emojis in an email at 11:41 a.m. 31 minutes ago. So you can believe Chad about who's lying or what side Sketty Tooth's on or who's using Sketty Tooth and who's lying about. Okay. Chad goes live talking about me, and Sketty Tooth emails me to make sure I'm okay. Hey, are you okay? Chad's saying that I'm not your friend and that you used me. We all know that I'm. First, it is an insult to Sketty, too, that you think she's so weak that I'm. 11 emojis, Chad. It's an 11 emoji email. 11. She might feel used right now, but I guarantee it's not by me. I don't. It's too good. It really is too good. So I'm loving it. Sweaty. Look, this isn't a super chat show. You don't have to super chat here. This is insane. Sweaty, but I do have to say him if you do it. Sweaty Try Hard. Thank you for the super sticker. Ace says I'm suffering depression. Please stay on. Beloved chatter Lance. We just read that one. I mean, I didn't do anything to Dalish either. I've never talked bad about Dalish. I give him my opinion. She's 24 years old. She's dumb. Every 24-year-old is dumb. I don't mean like at a baseline. I just mean comparatively. If we could skip forward in time, maybe we'll borrow Chad's time machine. We can go ahead in the future 20 years and talk to 44-year-old Dirty Dalish, and she'd say that 24-year-old Dirty Dalish is stupid too. I don't mean it as an insult. I just mean like kids are stupid. Where is it? Where's kids are stupid? I don't have all my stuff. How's that not working? Wow, my whole system is down. Chad was right. This is falling apart.
Kids are stupid.
Oh no. We're about to pass Chad's viewership. And I've only been on for 18 minutes. Is it a time slot? Chad, you peaked at 2:08. And when it was 1:40, you were like, it's a time slot. People aren't used to me on. I didn't tweet this. I didn't announce this show anywhere. I fired it up 18 minutes ago, and now we have more than you. Is it a time slot? It's a time slot. People aren't used to me on at this time. Right. TJ Holly, Teamster Tim, have you tried the Wawa pizza yet? I mean, I know. I don't live anywhere near a Wawa. Why would I? Single mother of 5, thanks a lot. I was asking Chad all the hard questions. I didn't see. I just look, I'm not going to sit here and refute. I was really trying to bait Chad to cover my special so that we can cover his. Also, I don't own the special. Laugh After Dark owns it, so I'm pretty sure they'll copyright strike the fuck out of him. So I'm really hoping Chad covers my special. KB says, stop saying time slot. I will never stop saying time slot. So that's just, and when you tell me to do it, now I'm never stopping. I'm going to be talking about this time slot until the minute I die. I will never stop talking about my time slot. Just get used to it. Just know that's the truth. Yeah. Delethean Gross. Shout out. Time slot. Hit the like button. Time slot. Hit the like button. Yo, my name is Patrick. I'm going live. I'm about to do I'm about to show you, motherfucker, how we do it on the daily. It's fucking Wednesday. I ain't even supposed to play, but I got to come live to try to see a test. I wanna do a time slot to see who the best. I ain't announcing shows and I ain't announcing shit. I just hit live and then we see what's real with it, because Chad fucking Zumach says that it's a time slot. I don't give a fuck, you should let your pocket rot. Motherfuckers know that you just hit live and then you go on YouTube and let it slide. Let's see how many viewers we get without promotion. I'm trying to get in my spot, it's like an ocean. It's pretty fucking big and I could go swimming. I like to play with dudes and I like to suck on women. My favorite little women is Sketty to John. When she calls me up, we like to get it on. I put the pressure on and I bully that bitch. I try to make her talk and I make that ass switch. Say, tell me about Chad. Tell me about the shows. Tell me how it went. Tell me how'd it go. Was he really drunk? Did he drink drinks? How much could you tell Chad was trying to think of a new joke with his little notebook on stage, pacing all around? Now he's got the rage, he's going live, and he's saying that, Patrick, you that bitch, motherfucker, I got a scratch, do you got an itch? Cause we about to tell the truth, we about to go hard. Chad, I'll meet you out in your front yard. JK, you don't have a yard, you live in an apartment, you're pretty hard. Roll down your windows, put up your tops. Everybody knows Chad needs a mop to clean up all the lies spill on aisle 12. Chad, motherfuckers, going straight to hell for lie about shit. Lie about shit. Lie about shit. Lie about shit. It's a time slot. It's a time slot. Time slot. It's a time slot. Time slot. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, Chad's dumb. And look, we've already gotten more than him, and I'm on 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and we've gotten more viewers than Chad, and I didn't tweet it. Chad tweeted it. Get in the chat. People are already talking. 2 hours, 1 hour. We're live in 5 minutes. Chad. We're doing it. Look, he had no listeners until Steel Toe, and then a new audience got exposed to him. And now he has tons of new fans because he's funny and works hard on his show. What a loser. Good one, Chad. Chad, you were exposed to everybody I was exposed to and probably more. You've been on Kevin Brennan's show for 2 years. Where's your audience? Where's your big growth? When did you get exposed to a new crowd on YouTube and they all went, holy shit, how did we miss Chad? How have we been sleeping on Chad? No. Everybody went over. The same people who checked out my show and stick around and go watch your show and go like, all right, what else is on? So this is a time slot test. We're just doing a time slot test because Chad said it's a bad time slot, and that's why he has 150 viewers, because the time slot. Ubiquity says, I love the new time slot. Thanks. We appreciate that. Look, it's a hard time slot. It's a tough time slot. And, no, I just wanted to see. Thank you for the gifted memberships, too. I didn't even see that go by. But I see it up there. Who is that? Thomas Newman, who I've never heard of. That can't be a real guy. Thomas Newman? Sounds made up. If anybody has access to that Chad show, please pull that and send it over. We'll do another whole day about Chad. I don't care. We'll do another whole day about Chad. I don't care. Keep talking, Chad. Keep talking. Oh, God. Because it's like we stepped away from Chad for months. So, like, this is all fresh again. And it's so fun to see him lie and lie and lie. Again, I'll ask you, what's Chad's normal time slot? I love that excuse. No one's watching because I'm in a new time slot. What's your normal time slot? Chad, you don't podcast. You're not you. All I want is the first 20 fucking minutes of that show he just did. Chad, don't post that. Don't take it down now, because if I get a hold of that, I swear to God, for 20 minutes, this motherfucker went, I'm trying to think of new ideas for the podcast. If anybody knows what I should do, email me. I'm trying to think. I'm brainstorming what the podcast could be. I don't know the format. I don't know what the format's gonna be. I'm trying to think of stuff. If you know what I should do, let me know. Yeah, you're out of shit. Chad, you never had shit, so I don't even know how you're missing it. You know, I don't even know how you're like, I can't think of anything to do. It's like you've never thought of anything to do. Why would you think of it now? And by the way, people in our Discord are laughing their ass off. Dirty Deeds is like, I've sent Chad 4 fleshed out ideas for shows with logos. With logos. This Dirty Deeds guy sent Chad this idea for a show called Chad Vice, where he takes calls and gives shitty advice, you know, as Chad would. Gave him another idea for a show called Send Me the Link, where Chad just interviews people. Chad throws him away. Chad can't wrap his mind around the show concept, you know. And even if he did, you know, get any success and try to do that, how long has a Chad ever stuck to anything? Or that's why it's hilarious when he's like, it's not my usual time slot. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What's your usual time slot, Mud Shark? What's the usual time for Chad? You know, I don't know. Do you? Anybody? Does anybody have a fucking clue? So look, Chad, I've been live for 20 minutes. I've already spanked you by 50 viewers. It ain't the time slot, buddy. It ain't the time slot. People said I'm beating Stuttering John. I never intended to do that. Please go watch John. Brainstorming with Chad. Every episode he just asked the chat what he should do next. Yeah, that could be the show. That could be the show. Speaking of wrestling, Galactic Wrestling Federation, who I don't know if is a fan of me or not. I can't tell. I can't keep up. But I love the funniest line in Chad's chat was him going, "Who's Melton?" Holy shit. Holy shit. This is like Leno versus Letterman in terms of time slot battle. It's not. It's not. Neither one of us is any of that. Holy shit. I just had to see. It's just a time slot test. I just had to see. This room's hot as fuck, too, because I didn't cool it down today. His time slot used to be as Joey C. lead-in show. Chad passed out when talking shit once. His thighs were glued to the seat when he woke up. Chad's time slot is Mondays with Mazer. That's not a time. And then he really said, he goes, Mondays with Mazer was getting a lot of traction. It was getting a lot of traction. We were up to 400 live viewers. It's like, Chad, honey. Chad, you got 400 live viewers a couple times stream sniping Kevin. You've never got 400 viewers on anything you've ever done on your own. You've never had 400 viewers on any Chad show. Mondays with Mazer, football, Mudshark, Kumia's cock. Never. Keep dreaming. You fucking glazed glasses fuck. Get fucking real. Get real. And what's Stut Joe doing? You know, I don't stream snipe Stut Joe, but you guys said he's live, and I'm in the mood. Stuttering John Melendez. Okay, he's live with 239. We're at 242, so it's very close. Will he lose his shit if somebody tells him that we're sniping him? Is he like Chad? Is he reactionary? Is he a quick to act kind of guy?
Who? When Mitt Romney dismisses you and says, "Sit your ass down,"
I can't. Is this his political show? Anyway, is this a time slot problem? Tommy McNulty, I send him show on the go. He finds furniture in front of homes, garage sales, and does an impromptu show with anyone. Look, everyone's giving Chad ideas. The problem is not ideas. Chad can't. I encourage everyone to go back and watch a show we did called Chad Can't Joke, where for 2 hours we watched Chad Zumach and tried to find evidence that he could make a joke. I'm not kidding you. This is when we came up with the whole theory that Chad's only move is mimicry. You know, Chad can only mimic, not even parody, because parody is like taking it to another level and adding something. Mimic. Listen to me. Listen to me. That's not parody. That's just mimicry. You have to add something. Just going, Bob goes, listen to me. Listen to me. That's a parrot. Birds, the dumbest prehistoric creatures on our rock, can do that. So the idea that Chad just needs ideas, Chad's inundated with ideas. Go look at the picture of Chad's living room on our Discord where he has a calendar up on the wall. His bare living room with no furniture or anything. But he has one of those big calendars on the wall for all his dates. It's empty. But, you know, I bet that is chock full of ideas. Do you think the problem is that Chad doesn't have any ideas? No, Chad's lazy. Chad's a drunk. Chad's in his own way in his head. He's mentally ill. He can't stop focusing on everyone else. He cannot drill in and focus on his own show. I'm not even worried about it. Look, this is the secret. Chad, ignore everyone else, come up with a show and do it. That's the secret. That is the secret. Block everyone else out and do a show. And all this gets better for you. And we can't really talk shit. I have no problem giving Chad the combination to the lock. He cannot do it. He cannot do it. He's incapable of focus. He cannot stick to anything, including sobriety. So give Chad all the ideas. Give Chad all the clues. Build the studio. It's the studio. That's the reason you're not funny. The studio's the reason nobody watches. The studio. The time slot. The studio. How many excuses do we have, Chad? How long are we going to do this for? If anybody has any ideas, email them to me. You couldn't comprehend them. You couldn't wrap your brain around them. People tried to explain show ideas to you, Chad Weiss. Huh? And then what would I do? And then how would it go? I don't know. Did you see Melton's car? That's Chad. That's Chad. So this is the secret, Chad. Focus on yourself and try to do a show. He will never, ever, ever be able to do it. I'm making the call now. Chad's in Chad's way. And Chad can't get out of Chad's way. And therefore, this will go on throughout eternity in perpetuity. Oh, I'm building the studio. I'm getting a new light. I'm working on a new mic. I've got a lot of new ideas. I'm building I'm putting together a team. Soon we're going to launch a new show. The funniest part is after begging for ideas and admitting he didn't know what the format of his show is going to be and all that stuff, he said, don't forget, I got 2 more shows today. So at 2 p.m., let me plug him for him. 2 p.m., Chad has another show. And 5 p.m., Chad has another show, I guess. His football show. Now, look, that's a regular show. You've been doing that one for weeks now. The football show. That's got a time slot and a real audience. People are really into it. So we should see 400 over there today. Right, Chad? We should see a lot of people over there because it's your normal time slot. It's your normal time slot. So no excuses today, Chad. No excuses. 5 p.m., the big football show. And by the way, I'm plugging it to more people than you plugged it to today. 5 p.m., Chad's big football show. Be there or be square. What a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot. It may be the lol tree that never stops bearing fruit. I really have no idea. Kip Smith, how about hanging with Chad? A stool, a rope? Okay, yeah. That'd be good. That'd be good. Dang Lizard, the Chad Can't show is Chad trying a different show concept every week and failing. He couldn't even do that. Do you understand that, like, there's no concept he could stick to? Just like when he had his big shot, you know, on stupid Alex Stein show, and he just gets in there and he's like, "Whoa, this is like a big studio. I had no idea. This is like a real show." Great stuff, Chad. Great stuff. Imagine if every guest on every talk show did that. Tom Cruise comes out on Letterman. Wow. Wow, we got a lot of lights in here. Is it like a movie? Yeah, no one is worried about Chad developing talent and ideas. No one. This is what the best part about people like Ray and Chad is there's nothing you can say that'll ever get them to change and improve. It doesn't even matter. Please build the studio. Please get a bunch of good show ideas, Chad. We'd love to see what you do with it. Because right now it's just excuses. I don't have any ideas. Oh, I don't have my studio built. Oh, I don't have my... Right. Let's get you all that stuff and then see what you do. Will you instantly develop an ability to speak? Will you grow intelligence once you have a studio? Will you get a vocabulary? Will you be able to sustain stamina for over 40 minutes to do a show? This is why I'm like, I've been trying to bait him all day. I'm sure somebody's sent him it on the Discord already. We're trying to get Chad to cover my stand-up special. We're trying to get Chad to go over my stand-up special and watch it live. Again, number one, I think Laugh After Dark will probably copyright strike him. I don't own it, so I can't. But also, once he does that, we can go over his special. If he goes over my special, we can go over his special. I haven't gone over it. We have it. The whole Dry Bar special, it's behind a paywall. But if Chad goes over mine, we'll go over his. So I was really trying to bait him into doing it. And he can't. Look, we'll probably go over it. I think we'll go over mine. Because I love to roast myself. I want you guys to roast me. I love it. But if you guys are looking for something to watch today, go watch my stand-up special. I just tweeted it on NLO. If you search Patrick Melton full special, it'll be up. It's my half hour that came out in June. And it's free on YouTube now. You can watch the whole thing. It's up for free. Enjoy. Zardiff, yeah, it's a little too late for Ray or Chad to have personal growth. Yeah, that's true. Greg Lambert, Raiders fan. The football show isn't even Chad's. It was a show Kevin started and gave all the momentum to. He left it to Chode, who has driven it into the ground. I don't even know if that's true. But if that's true, that's even sadder. So Chad's most popular show, the football show, which again is a testament to the game, not Chad. It's more of a testament to the pigskin, not the pig. So that's hilarious. If that's true, that's fucking hilarious. And then, by the way, somebody said that Chad, like, their picks suck. Somebody said they went 4 for 12 on their picks last week. 4 for 12. What does Aaron M. Holt think about 4 for 12? Oh, boogers. Come on, do it. Oh, nothing's working today. Oh, because all the internet's been down. So all my fucking filters are broken. My overlays don't work. This is a shit show. Sorry, we only have 300 viewers right now. It's a bad time slot. People aren't used to me at this time slot. Yeah, I wish Gino would stop messaging me too. We don't care. So now, like, everyone's so mad at me that they, like, forget their enemies and they all want to team up against me. Like, Gino and Chad are now going to get it. I don't know. I'm not even against Gino. I don't know anything. I know zero about Gino. I really don't. Other than, like, him and Aaron think the N-word is gigalicious. Kevin let Chad do that so as not to pay him for booking MLC. Chad picks his team by which one he thinks are the cutest. Yeah, like a girl. Does he like the colors and the animal on their shirts? Call it their shirts. I like that team's shirts. They have cute blouses. He was picking just winners, no spreads. What a loser. Wow, he wasn't even doing money line and stuff. What is he doing? Steel Toe's entire show is about Melton this morning. Is that true? No one's told me that. It's almost like no one watches. No one's reported that to me, if that's true. Their whole show was about me this morning? Clip it. Send it in. Clip it. Is that real? Maybe Toucan Sambo did it. I haven't been over to the Reddit today. You're going after KB. No one's going after KB. He's flat broke. Yeah, Chad's flat broke too. Go look at his house. I had no idea. It's bare. There's no furniture. I'm not kidding you. There's a ring light on the floor in the corner. It's sad. It's sad. Picture Chad's living room in our Discord, discord.gg/NLO. It's free. It's fun. It's easy. Keith and the girl are live to 12 people. Are you cock sucking me right now? No fucking way. KeithAndTheGirl.com. Keith and the girl. Oh, they are live. 25 watching. Can we take over their chat? You can take over Keith and the girl's chat easily. They got 25 people over there. You guys want a link? You guys want a link to Keith and the girl? Here you go. Enjoy. They're
I
cool.
think that's my personal style book guides, but yeah, for some reason, I don't know. This is just like a weird thing. I find spelling it with a U kind of gross.
Look what I searched.
By the way, I'm sorry.
Look at my search. Keith and girl.
I knew these were your conversation. I knew
That's right.
They literally charge $30,000 a year to do a chat room, and now they're using YouTube chat. So they basically just stole $30,000 from their fans.
It's like that joke. What is my guy doing when I'm not around? And it cuts to the guys. I think cum should have an O.
Yeah, that's basically it. Me and the other members of the literary salon. Yeah, I don't know. I do that a lot with like spelling, where like I have like a rule in my head that may not necessarily make sense.
This is
It's like
cool.
my rule. It's like how it goes.
This is going great.
Regardless of like what logic or the outside world thinks. So I'd be happy to know people's comments on it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
weird
no.
grammar rules.
They've doubled their live viewers. So look at Hemda looking at it. She's like, what's going on?
Deliberate artistic choice.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
That just displays the maximum enthusiasm.
Holy
It's
shit.
common sense.
Look at
Yeah.
Hemda.
Oh, this world. Do you you mentioned night terrors? Do you
Mhm.
you have those? I have to assume.
I've had them every so often. Yeah.
How bad do they get, and do they still go on?
They're not
Oh no.
pervasive. I'd say
Oh
like maybe
no.
like one a year, which is not bad as far as these things go.
Hemda is
Yeah,
not
it's
happy. Look at her. Look
It's
at
fucking
her.
Terrifying. You ever
Look
had
at
something where you
her.
just, like wake up and you can't fucking move, and like you have like a presence in the room. It's like the worst thing in the world. And like how it works is like, I guess I've
The realization, watching people's faces figuring out what's going on is fucking hilarious. Like, what's happening in our chat?
I think it is real for like a few 30 seconds, and then after the terror, then I'm like, oh,
She is a handsome lady, huh?
yeah, I
So
wish
what's
I-
actually happening? You're frozen because some people start yelling and running. You are frozen in your bed.
frozen?
Look at
yeah,
Keith.
can't move. Like
Look at
Who's
Keith.
the presence?
I usually don't know. It's usually just knowing like in the darkness, there's like a shape in the darkness, or even the darkness itself.
$30,000 GoFundMe every year to do shows from their living rooms on Zoom. They said that's for a chat server, and they don't even need a chat server. What is that?
World, so it's kind of hard to run down. But yeah, it's just like something.
What are
was-
doctors and therapists saying?
No, I've definitely not gone to them about this.
Excuse me.
They might be in on it.
It's a common. Yeah, that's right. That might be the goddamn Midnight Man. He's like, take off your clothes. I'll be back in a
What
second.
is this
And he's
guy's name? Django Gold? Is he a Jew or a slave? I'm confused.
I told the therapist this.
No, I think it's a common thing though. It's not like
Oh, maybe this guy sells Django his gold because black people love to wear gold.
Dude.
That's what you call medical attention, saying it out loud to another human being who has a degree in this.
What?
Pat Dixon is innocent. Yeah, start talking about Pat Dixon. Everyone go over there and say Pat Dixon is better than you. Yeah, make this about Pat Dixon because they hate Pat Dixon.
Quick,
Come over.
call therapist. I'll be
Come
right
o-
here.
Come over and hold me.
Ray
Yeah.
DeVito
Well,
sucks.
did you have a safe upbringing?
Pat Dixon.
And did anything traumatic happen to you that could be associated with somebody in your
Everybody give shout outs to David Chandler in the chat.
I've done.
Oh, and David Chandler chatted Chad. David Chandler chatted Chad. Picked a pike up, pick a pi- David Chandler chatted Chad that Melton is always wrong. I love that. Fair. And asked Chad if he has any ideas for what he should make me do, and said that Chad's opinion or ideas will be weighted heavily. First of all, Chad's ideas are weighted heavily by the water in his brain. But no, Chad, imagine asking Chad if he has any ideas. He's asking you if you have ideas. He did a whole show for 20 minutes going, does anybody have an idea what I should do for my podcast? Email me if you do. So no, Chad doesn't have any ideas about what you should do to Melton, Chandler. You're going to have to use your own creative brain, okay?
I was working, and for the longest time, even when we were doing Keith and the Girl, Hemda and I would go to a restaurant and I'd be like, this place seems pretty chill. I could work here. And it's like, oh, well, actually, we're in Italy. It'd be a long commute. And I'm like, hey, I'm just thinking out loud, you know. And in this dream, I was working at an Applebee's, but I knew that wasn't right. I'm like, I know I have Keith
Pat
and the
Dixon
Girl.
is pursuing legal action.
But I knew
Pat Dixon is one of the greatest comedians. Send Pat Dixon the link. Pat Dixon is the king. Yes, yes, yes. David Chandler's the most well-known guy east of the Mississippi. How do we know he's east of the Mississippi? Doesn't he live in Minnesota? I'm so confused.
Don't think this is real. Okay,
Send Pat Dixon the link.
get here at this Applebee's.
They've never had this much chat traffic. They're losing their mind.
Take a car. Did I walk?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't work here. How did I get to Keith and the Girl? Oh, we had different studios. I'm in Astoria now, you know, this kind of thing. I'm like, okay, now let's.
I would not want to be a dude who lives in Astoria. Astoria is for young women in their 20s trying to figure out life. We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. That's Astoria.
Weird.
It's not for 50-year-old men.
There, but I'm like, I think that happened, and I'm a grown adult. That's pretty cool.
Keith, shut up and send Pat Dixon the link.
Yeah, real Applebee's.
Right. Anyway,
Pat Dixon fucks. Yes.
Oh.
Somebody tag Pat Dixon on Twitter and tell him this is happening.
do you lucid dream ever, Kendall?
Mm,
You recognize something's crazy so you can take it over?
Yeah.
yes, but whenever I recognize it, it's kind of over. I used to
Look at Keith.
when I would
He's looking at the chat room. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
chill job. I was like 14 or 15 years old, and I was on the register, but a lot of the thing had to do with folding clothes. And I would wake up in the middle of the night. It didn't happen that often. Wake up in the middle of the night, see that there were clothes on my floor, and be like, I gotta get up to fold those.
Great story, Kim.
And so I'm half awake and
Can
half
we change it from Chemda to chemo?
sitting up, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, get up and fold the clothes. And
Also, Chemda is a life coach. All these people, you know, again, it's everybody who's like made the worst decisions and doesn't know what they're doing in life is gonna coach you. Miles Weber, the guy who can't afford to fix his car, wants to teach you how to make money at comedy. Chemda, who lives with roommates and does her show from a bunk bed, is gonna life coach you and tell you how to get it together. Okay, if you say so. People are doing voice chats and I'm unable to play them. Let me see if I can fix it. Hold on.
To look at my room, and I see my room, and I'm like, well, of course, this is my life. This is my job. And I immediately went right back to bed and was in Applebee's and was able to fuck these waitresses. But who knows that I really even look at the room? That I make up I looked at the room because it felt immediately.
Let's see if this works now.
Oh, well, it was weird. Speaking of restaurants, I like that you brought up.
Uncle Onions, can you test my slot? Fake mommy said it's okay because you had a pencil pee-pee. That's so funny.
Good guy.
Can you make it right on me? Uncle
Got his
Cheeto
ass.
is a silly Billy, too. He gave me a UTI, and it's not
Jesus.
even my birthday. Earn me and burn me, Daddy.
Earn me and burn me.
I love that joke. I almost didn't use it because I thought like it was too old. Like that Fogel thing happened like 8 years ago at this point. I figured
It's good. Something always happens with him in the news again. Also, though, by the
he'll
way,
be back. He'll be back shilling for a different sandwich company.
Pat
That'd be
said he will
amazing if,
piss
like,
on you, Keith.
have him back after he gets out of jail.
Justice for Pat Dixon. Everyone just all caps. Justice for Pat Dixon. Justice for Pat Dixon. Justice for Pat Dixon. Fuck Ray DeVito. Justice for Pat Dixon. Trust me, that'll carry more weight with them than mentioning me. They don't care about me.
welcome to Quiznos. It's at the end. Your special is so good
Thank you.
that I even stay for the credits.
And your special is so good.
Directed.
These are the guys who just made it all happen. They,
Justice for Pat Dixon. Justice for Pat Dixon. Pat Dixon. Pat Dixon.
Stage dressing.
We love Pat.
We're with me.
We love Pat.
It's like everything.
Okay.
Like a director is kind of like a vague term, but these guys are just the guys.
No, it doesn't, Carlos. No, it doesn't.
They're the guys who really just like.
This is not a historic podcast event. This is a time slot test. Chad said no one was watching him because he was in a new time slot. So I just wanted to go live with no promotion to see if we smoked him. We smoked him, but we knew it was bullshit.
Put me in that position.
Right. I didn't know if they were.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Ah!
Right. No, like act like they were kind of respectful. Like,
holy shit.
the
Pat's
comic
gonna
needs to
love
do the
this.
comics thing. It doesn't
Pat's
really help
gonna
the
love
micromanaging.
this. Look at this
So
chat.
They were kind of hands off for that, which I think is a good approach.
How's your time
why
slot?
the title? Bag of
Ah!
Well, here's a fun fact for your
Baby
listeners.
Dago's super chatting. Justice for Pat Dixon.
And that was the plan.
Look at Hemda. Look at Hemda losing her shit.
Bert Kreischer dropped his Netflix special.
Look at Hemda. Look at her. She's got to take her phones off. This is too much. They're going to have to figure something out. They've never banned anyone.
Well, for a little bit.
They've never had they never had more than 6 people in chat, so they don't know what to do.
It doesn't really have any like hard meaning. It's just kind of like a fun phrase, but it also kind of evokes like the playful nature of the whole
Holy
thing.
shit!
So I thought
Everybody's
it
just justice
based
for
on all those
Pat
criteria,
Dixon.
I thought it worked out.
Was it tough to debate? Do I put this? Maybe have. Well, you didn't, right?
They're so distracted trying to do this serious interview with this guy about his dumb special. So, tell us how you came about thinking up some of the ideas.
On YouTube, like I said.
Yeah.
Look at Hemda. It's driving him nuts.
This is also the audio is also through a record label, Ghost Runner Records, and I believe they're
We
currently in the
want
process
Pat.
of getting
We
on
want
Sirius
Pat.
Sirius XM.
Yep.
So there will be a point when you're flying on the airplane, you will be able to hear my voice if you so desire.
Okay.
For that.
Let's get to some news stories. First of all, we were talking about Danny Masterson last week, the that 70s show actor who got 30 years to life. So you think you assume that means
Let's get to some news stories. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
showing up to court, every day to the last day.
Hemda.
And he, of course, is found.
Hi, Hemda.
Phillips just filed for
Hemda.
Sickness and in hell.
Make it HIM duh.
But to me, it's so weird that you were there every day until the verdict came,
Yeah.
or even after the verdict, until the sentencing came. You were on his side, but now that he's
Pat Dixon is God. We want Pat Dixon. Justice for Pat. Pat Dixon.
like,
Yeah.
what changed? Because it would be, wouldn't you still be on his side? Why did you go to court with him every fucking day?
Hi, Hemda. I'm dying. They never get super chats, so they're like, what's going on? Money? And then they're like, oh, we got to get $100 in order to cash this out? Fuck.
She might
You're wasting your money because they don't make $100 a month. They're never going to be able to get this super chat money.
get a divorce, and you're married to a rapist. I really
Hi, Hemda. Look at Keith. Here comes Keith.
for not her
He's
life,
in the chat.
what her life is or what it can be, at how much damage it could happen, and maybe she waited until he was locked up to just file the paperwork. But
Hemda.
I don't know. I think it's difficult to find a lawyer, and I don't know.
Hemda.
It's probably a little bit easier, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was like,
Justice for Bill Paxton.
but maybe I'm just making that up. But
Finger of God.
I feel like that That's one of
Bill
the.
Paxton was great. God damn. Why'd you have to bring that up, Ball Powder?
Guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what relationship she's in.
Please stop ignoring the chat. We matter too. This is a problem too. Like,
Because he's done
make your chat feel like there's something.
that he's not doing it to her, or she just has like a lovely existence with this person.
Don't block us, bro. Is he blocking? Has anybody been blocked?
Scary person, right? He's getting locked up for 30 years. I imagine he's scary. So any decision that she made, I think we have to kind of keep that in.
Mr. P is watching. Fear of the Paw.
I can't be seen anywhere
There you go. She can't
on camera.
Can't be promoting Danny Masterson.
One thing,
Justice for Michael Ray Bauer. Did you guys see Chad's dumpy apartment?
Lauren Boebert, she got kicked out of Beetlejuice.
Free my brain from this nonsense. We want Pat Dixon. I'm here for the Patricks. Listen to the chat. Why is Corey Adam called Keith on here?
And she was loving it. She's vaping.
Don't insult Keith like that. Keith is much funnier than Corey Adam. I will give him that. Keith's funny.
Pumping.
But I don't know what this is. Keith used to be funny. I don't know what this is.
He's the boyfriend's grabbing her tits, and and then she's putting her hands on his hands and really rubbing like you're checking for
Ray DeVito had his fingerprints burnt off. What is happening?
Where they had to stop the show and kick her out.
Is
His
she
video.
drunk?
She
Oh yeah, MLC starts in 7 minutes. We got to wrap up.
If this was a sketch on a show, you'd be like,
I don't want any of that heat.
she's being disruptive. You know,
Right,
this was
it's
like
party. She's got a lampshade on her head.
I don't want.
Yeah.
I don't want none of that heat from Kevin. I don't need it.
this sexy. Oh,
And when she would be at State of the Union,
Or the Shuley Network. They'll both be mad at me. They'll be like, "What? Melton's taking our time slot."
anymore. So, or do people think she's on?
I think she'll probably keep that
Okay,
going.
Pat Dixon
She's
forever.
gonna stakes her whole.
Okay, now everybody ghost them and just get out of their room and let's see what their numbers drop to. What if they have 62. That's peak Keith and the girl. If everybody just closes the tab now and backs out. Everyone watching me. Everyone in there for me. Close out. Let's just see what they drop to. Just out of curiosity. You can watch it here.
All right, we're supposed to believe that. Then said, next time I'll
Will it go back down to 25 where they were?
check a party affiliation, meaning he's a Democrat, and somehow that made her evil that one day. That made it it makes no sense, of course. And then said, I wish I knew how Beetlejuice ended. Everybody should go. It's a great show. Okay. That was her statement.
Yeah, baby.
Rep Lauren Boebert's estranged husband, this wasn't the date, is begging people to give her a chance after her steamy Beetlejuice date night, blaming her behavior on his own cheating, putting
30.
her through a
It went from 60 to 30. Look at that. Close your tabs. Close your tabs. Get out. Pull out. 28. Pull out. Everyone close it. Close it. Ian Hawk, close it. Everyone, Mason and Portland, close it down. Fatty Milk, close it. Let's just see how low we can get them.
The Firebrand Congresswoman. I don't know what Firebrand means.
Oh, that's so good.
One, right?
It's so funny.
The Firebrand Congresswoman.
Went back up.
Good.
This went to 29. God damn it. Because Tommy McNulty's still over there. Zero Dark Tony's still over there. Close it out.
Husband is agreeing. They were married for 18 years.
Let's see if we can drop him below 20. Let's see if we can do it.
I was unfaithful to Lauren in so many ways. He wrote,
It's just a time slot, you
to
guys.
show grace and mercy towards Lauren is the troubling season. Maybe she has like pictures and proof that he
Melton's orders. Leave the time. Leave.
shows something embarrassing. You want to talk about embarrassing?
Melton's order. You just let Melton bully you and bully you. I hope Sketty Two John's not mad at me for telling me how many laughing emojis she sent me about Chad. 11. When Chad's saying that stuff, I feel it. I almost get hurt a little bit because I'm like, I never want Sketty Two John to feel that. She's a supportive fan. She supported Chad's show, MLC, me, a million shows. She's one of those people like David Chandler. It's like she's just valuable to the community. She's a good-spirited woman. She's nice. She's supportive. I don't care who you support. Go support Chad. I've never said one word to her about Chad other than be careful. Be careful. And that's from a genuine place. I would tell my own grandmother or mother that. Like, don't give Chad your info. Like, Be careful with that. And Chad's proved it over and over and over again that he's willing to fuck people over like that. So look, when Chad says that stuff, like he used her, he's taking advantage of her and stuff, I almost like for a second believe Chad and go like, oh fuck, is that true? Goes to Mr. P, 20 gifted memberships. Okay, we're gonna have to do a Mr. P thing soon. We're going to have a corn diff day and a Mr. P day, I think. Corn diff needs to be celebrated, everybody. Corn diff is a good egg. Corn diff's another one of those guys. He supports everyone. Everyone. Steel Toe, Melton. I've seen him super chat everybody. Chat, like, well, what's the use getting mad about it, you know? And what's the use lying about it? So when Chad says that stuff about me, I think like, oh, is she really mad at me? Does she think I used her? Like no, she's a strong, independent woman. She said, I want to call in. I reminded her, hey, you said you were going to call in. She called in. She said everything she had to say, and I was about to let her go several times. 2 times, I think I tried to go like, all right, well, thanks for calling in. And she's like, no, anything else? Any other questions? She wasn't pressured into talking. I mean, the call is up, and you guys all know the chat and Chad's chat was saying it like, we heard the call. You're lying. This didn't happen. Revisionist history, you know? And then Sketty sent back, hold on, Sketty's back where? In the chat? I don't think she's back. She sent me an email today, and she's just like, Chad's insane. Oh, she is back. She said, you forgot beautiful and intelligent. Yeah, Sketty, just for the doubters, please let them know that none of what Chad says is true. Just so it's not coming from me. Because, like, it comes from me, and people go like, I don't know who to believe. Chad says Melton's using her. Melton says Chad's attacking her. Can Sketty herself, in our chat, please set the record straight on whether or not Melton used you or forced you into anything or made you do, you know. How insulting to our beautiful, beautiful women. There is no actual strong, independent woman who would ever call herself one. Shut up, Flat Cat. Can everybody find out where Flat Cat lives and just crush her dog? I don't know if she has a dog. Flat Cat's another one of those. Good egg, nice lady, supports everyone. Good sense of humor, rolls with the jokes. I can see Chad blocking Flat Cat and being like, you just run with it. You did part of the narrative. No. Nobody's using Sketty. It's so insane. Addicted to ubiquity, way to put her on the spot. Well, look, I mean, I have all the private emails. She's not ashamed of saying it, I don't think. You know you like to abuse me, and we just keep coming back. All right. No shit, Chad is insane. Chad's a literal stalker with a history. Right. He broke into an ex's house. Somebody said this the other day, and it clicked in my head. I never thought about this before, but like Chad is a felon in his late 40s. This isn't a 22-year-old making a mistake. It's not something you did when you were young and fucked up. 2 years ago, Chad stole credit cards, allegedly. 2 years ago. He was arrested with them in his possession. So you tell me whether or not he did it. But, you know, this is in his late 40s. Not 20s. Not a guy figuring it out. That clicked for me. I never thought about it, but that really clicked for me. I went, oh, wow. Yeah, he's 5 years out from where I am right now, and that was what he came up with. I'll steal some credit cards from the gym. Ugh. I can't even imagine. I got to borrow that time machine, Chad, and go 5 years into the future and think about how desperate I'd have to be to like steal credit cards from elderly people in a gym. KB can't stop mentioning Melton every 5 minutes on MLC. He might as well have a reason now. We're not going to go over Kevin. We're about to peace out of here. This is not a show. This is a time slot test. Chad said it was a bad time slot, and that's why nobody watched him. So we just wanted to do a time slot test, and we got him confirmed. Confirmed. Kevin Hart isn't out stealing card. Oh no, that's fake Melton. Didn't you hear? It was someone else. Yeah. Drugs are usually a reason for crimes in the 40s. Chad is desperate and can't be trusted. Imagine having no furniture and going out, stealing credit cards, and then using the credit cards to buy a blender and vodka. I'll get inflatable furniture later. I need a blender. It's like, I almost have respect for him if we caught him with the stolen credit cards at Ashley Home Furnishings buying a couch. But then you see a picture of his living room. It's like, you don't have furniture and your main purchase priorities are blenders and ring lights. Okay. Okay. Whew. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, pokes? I said pokes.